Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Code Mind. So we are in the TCS series and I am discussing all the frequently asked question in the TCS in the C programming language. So I already discussed about the LCM and the HCF program with using recursion and without using recursion using the command line argument, which is the frequently asked question in the TCS. The second most frequently asked question in TCS is regarding the pattern program. So today I will discuss the pattern programming in the C programming language. Okay. So we will start with some easy concepts, like we will discuss first the half pyramid. So I will discuss the 3 or 4 types of half pyramid, like the different ways of printing that half pyramid, right? So we will first discuss the half pyramid of star. Okay, half pyramid of a star. So I want in the first row only one star, in the second row the two stars in the two column, first column and the second column. In the third row I want three stars in all the three columns. In fourth row we want the four stars. Okay, so depending upon the number of rows I want those many stars, right? In first row I want only one star, in second rows I want only two stars. So I want depending upon the number of rows I want these stars, and this is first column, second column, third column, fourth column and fifth column. Like that I want the half pyramid. So it is looking like a half pyramid, so I want it in the half pyramid. Okay, you can go for the sixth row. In sixth row it will be a 6 star, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, means in sixth row I want 6 star, means up to the sixth column. Okay, so how we will begin with this type of question? So our execution starts from the main, right? So we are here, we had included the header file, that is has include studio.h, and after that one I had given the main, int of main, from where our execution start. So I had defined the three variables of the integer type, that is I, j and rows. So I, j is for the, I is for the rows and j is for the column, and this is for the rows. How many number of rows you want to print? Okay, so that will be stored in the rows. Okay, and I and j are the variable which will define that, this will define the I and this will, the j will define the column. Okay, yes. So by this time I start tracing so that you will understand it better. So I started tracing it here. So I am defining the three variables I, j and rows, right? So now what I am doing is here is that, see here in the next line, what I am doing here is that I am entering the number of rows. Okay, so printf enter the number of rows. So this will display on the console screen. So after, like, our output will be here. So enter the number of rows, enter number of rows. So for example I had entered the 4 rows. Okay, 4 rows I had entered. So scanf percentage the ampersand rows will take this 4 rows into the rows variable, right? So that 4 what we have given it here. Okay, scanf is used to get the value, that is 4 is stored in the row variable, right? Now coming to, so we must have the two for loop. One for loop is for the number of rows and the another for loop is for the column. So hope that you all know the concepts of the loops, that is the for loop. We will mostly use a for loop in the pattern programming. So one for loop is for the number of rows, means like one for loop will run for the rows and another will run for the column, right? So that what I had defined it here. So first row is, so first loop is for loop I is equals to 1, means I will start from 1 and up to how much it will go, 1 2. So it will go up to the value of I is less than equals to rows. So means rows we have assigned the 4 and here we have given the equals to symbol. Okay, so I will run from 1 to 4. Okay, now for each value of I, listen to me, for each value of I the j will run. Okay, so j value start from the 1 and j value will run up to the I value, means j condition should be less than equals to I value, right? And inside this j for loop we will print this star. Okay, so now here the j value is 1, so we will print 1 star, right? After this completion, okay, we will go and we will increment the value, that is j will be incremented by 1, that is 2. Again we will check the condition, is 2 is less than equals to 1? No, condition is false. When this condition is false, it will jump out of this for loop. So this for loop will come back, means like we will jump out of this for loop and print /n, which will means that it will come to the next line. Till now the cursor is here. When that is printf new line a statement is executed, now the cursor came here, right? Now what is saying is that, but we are still in this for loop, I for loop. Now this I value will be incremented. So I will be incremented to 2. Now we are checking, is 2 is less than equals to 4? Yes, the condition is true. It will go inside this for loop, that is this. Now it will come inside this for j loop. Okay, so now again the j value will be assigned to 1 and we will check 1 is less than equals to 2. Yes, condition is satisfied. So we have printed this star, right? Now the cursor is here. Again the j value will be incremented to 2. Now 2 is less than, so this value of j is 2 and value of I is 2. So 2 is less than equals to 2. Still the condition is true. So printf star will be printed here, right? After this one, again the j value will be incremented to 3. Now is 3 is less than equals to 2, that is this condition. Now this condition is false, so it will come out from this for loop and it will increment the value of I. So I value is incremented to 3. Now 3 value. So now we are checking that I value, which is 3, is less than equals to row value, which is 4. Yes, 3 is less than equals to 4. So condition is satisfied. So we will enter into this for loop. So after this for loop, we are entering into a j equals to 1. Again the j value is assigned to 1. Now is 1 is less than equals to 3? Yes, condition is true. We are printing the star value. Okay, here we had executed the new line, printf new line, so that's why it come to the next line. Now the j value is incremented to 2. Is 2 is less than equals to 3? Yes, condition is satisfied. Star will be printed. Now again j value will be incremented to 3. Now is 3 is less than equals to 3? Yes, condition is still true. It will print the star. Now the j value becomes the 4. Is 4 is less than equals to 3? No, condition is false. It comes out from this loop and it will print the new line. Now the cursor will come here, right? So again the I value will be incremented to 4. So now 4 is less than equals to rows. Yes, condition is true. So j will become the 1. Okay, so now j will become the 1. So now j will become the 1, right? Now I will write it here. I am continuing with here. Now j is equals to 1, right? So now j is equals to 1. So is 1 is less than equals to 4? Yes, the condition is true. So it will print the star. Now again the j value will be incremented to 2. So is 2 is less than 4? Yes. So print star. Now again the j value will be incremented to 3. Is 3 is less than equals to 4? Yes, star will be printed. Now again the j value will be incremented by 4. Okay, j value is incremented to 4. Is 4 is less than equals to 4? Yes, condition is true. Star will be printed. Now j value will be incremented to 5. Now is 5 is less than equals to 4, because I value is what is that? Is that 4. So 5 is less than equals to 4. No, condition is false. We will print the next line. So now I value will be incremented by 1. So now we will check the condition, that is 5 is less than equals to 4. Condition is false. So it will directly come out of this for loop. So opening is here and closing is here. It will come out and return 0, and this will be your printed. So our output came. Because we have given it here, that is the number of rows is equals to 4. That's why here the 4 rows are printed. Hope you understood that for each I we are printing this whole value until this condition is false. After this condition is false, again we are incrementing the I value, again this whole j is executed until and unless this j is false. After that we are incrementing the, for each value of I, the whole j is executing, right? So in the same way we are going for the next question, is that instead of printing this star, if we want to print 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 and 5, if we want to print it like this, what we need to do? This same program, okay, just instead of printing this star, here we want to print the j value, right? So why the j value, why not the I value? Because j value, for each value of I will explain you here clearly. So for each value of I, j is going from 1 to I value, that is 1, okay. For I value 2, j is again going from 1 to 2, like it will print it here 1 and 2, here it will print the 1. Again for the I value is 3, j is going from 1 to 3, that is 1, 2 and 3. Again for the I value is to be 4, it is going to from 1, j value is going from 1 to 4, which means 1 2 3 4, and we want in the pattern of 1 2 3 4, means every time we want a different variable, that's why we are printing the j value, okay. So the same program, so I don't think so again the tracing is required, because the same program, just instead of printf of a star, we are printing the j value. If you want to print the pattern of like this, then we need to print the j value, right? If instead from here, if you had written the I here, okay, so what will be the pattern would have came? So trace it once, execute it once, okay, you will see a pattern of this one. You will see a pattern of 1 2 2 3 3 3 like this, and if it is 4 4 4 and one more 4, like this you will see the pattern, okay. So once check with all this one, if you are printing this star, it will be printed like this. If you are printing the j, then it will be printed like this, means everyone is a variable like 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5, and if you printed the I instead of here, if you have printed the I, okay, you will get a pattern of like this, like 1 2 2 3 3 3 4 4 4, like this, means in a particular row you will get only one type of value, that is either 1 2 3 4 if you had printed the I. If you had printed the j, then in every row you will get a different value, like 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5, like this, okay. So in this half pyramid of a star, you got the three types, like how to print these stars, how to print 1 2 3 4, and how to print 1 2 2 3 3 4 4, like this, okay. Just a small change in here, that is in the j loop, that instead of printing this star, you can print the j or you can print the I, which will give you a different types of pattern, right. Coming to the next type in the same one is the alphabet, right. So half pyramid of alphabet. Now I want to print it in the alphabet format. So A, B, B, C, 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 D, 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 E, 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 F, 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 like this. So it is also of the half pyramid. So here also you are having the rows and columns, right. So before going to start this program, just note the 2 points, that is the ASCII value of uppercase alphabet start from 65, okay, and end on 90, that is capital A value is 65 and capital Z value is 90, and ASCII value of lowercase alphabet is your 97 and 122. So this point to be noted here, the ASCII value, because based on this ASCII value only we will do this program, right. So now we can also print it like here we had printed it A, B, B, C, C, like this. We can also print it in the smaller case A, B, B, C, 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 D, 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 like this. We can also print it in a smaller case later, right? We can also print it in a smaller case later. So let's begin with the uppercase letter. So I will explain you this one, okay? Just do it by yourself if you don't get this point, because it is also same like this one. How we will discuss this one, this program, it's same like this one, just a ASCII value difference. That is, instead of 65 you will write the 97. That's it. So I think you can do this one. So I will explain this one only. If you are not able to do this one, comment in the comment section. I will tell you how to do this one as well, okay? So first I will discuss this one here. So we have included the header file, then we have started our execution with the main function, right? So here I started tracing as well. So here I will define the two variables, that is I and j, which is of integer type. So these are of the integer types, okay? Then is the another two variables I had defined, which is of the character types. So we are having the input as one variable and alphabet as an another variable, okay? Alphabet as an another variable, and we have initialized the alphabet with the uppercase letter, that is capital A, right? We have defined it this one as well. So now what we are doing is that we are printf into an uppercase letter you want to print in the last row. So in this case, in the last row we want to print the E. So we have given the input as an E. So in the input we have stored it as a capital E, right? Okay. So scanf %c is used for the character, %d is used for the integer. So now for I is equals to 1, so we have defined the variable I and we had initialized the value of that variable with the 1. Now this is the whole condition, okay? As you can see this here, this is the whole condition. So input, so what is that input? Input is your E minus A plus 1, right? So with this one we are giving it the integer value, okay? Because I is equals to 1 and I is checking with that condition. So E minus A. So what is the value of E? Of course E value will be your 70, right? So here the E value is your, here the E value is there, right? So E value is your 70 minus 65. What will be your 5 plus 1, that is equals to 6. So in the first case it is 6. Why here 70? Because input is your E. E, what is the ASCII value of E? So A is 65. So B is your 66. B is your 66. C is your 67. D is your 68. E is your, just a minute, sorry. B is your 66. C is your 67. And then D is 68. E is 69. Sorry. Here it will be your 69. Okay, sorry for the mistake. 69. We will increment the value of plus 1 for B, C, D, E like this one, okay? So E value is your 69. So 69 minus 65, which will be your 4. 4 plus 1 is your 5, right? 4 plus 1 is your 5. So now the value of, now this whole value input of minus A plus 1 is equals to 5. Now I am checking the condition, that is, now what I am checking the condition is that is 1 is less than equals to 5. Yes, the condition is true. When this condition is true, it will come inside this loop, that is j is equals to 1. Okay. Now j is equals to 1, and when j is equals to 1 and we are checking the condition of j is less than equals to I, means that 1 is less than equals to 1. Yes, condition is satisfied, so it will print the %c alphabet. So what is that is the alphabet? Alphabet value is your A. So A will be printed here, okay? So I am printing the output here. A is printed here, right? A is printed here, right? A is printed here. After this one, again the j value will be incremented to plus 1, okay? The j value will be incremented to plus 1, 2. Now 2 is less than equals to I, condition is false. 2 is less than equals to 1, condition is false. So it will come in, it will come outside of this loop, that is the alphabet plus plus. Alphabet plus plus means a value will be incremented to b value, and then is the next line for this printf. Okay now, so this alphabet plus plus alphabet will change the a value to the b value, and then we have to printf the slash n, that is the new line will be printed, right? So now again it will increment the value of I. As you can see it here, we will increment the value of I, right? So I value is incremented to 2. I value is incremented to 2. Now we will check the condition, that is again the second condition is what? 2 is less than equals to input. What is that input value? Is the a, that is your 69 minus a value. What is that a value? That is your 65. Okay, plus 1. So 69 minus, so it will be your 5 only. So 2 is less than equals to 5. Condition is still true, right? Condition is still true. So it will go inside the j loop, and j will again assigned to 1. So now j value is 1. Now 1 is less than equals to I, that is 2. Condition is satisfied, that is 1 is less than equals to 2 from this condition. Yes, true. Then what we will do, we will enter into this loop and we will print the alphabet. So what is the alphabet value now? Is the b. So b is printed here. Okay, b is printed here. Now again the j value will be incremented to 1, that is 2. So now we will check, is the 2 is less than equals to 2 with this condition? Yes, condition is satisfied. So again we will print the alphabet, that is your b. Okay, again we will come here and we will check the condition 3. So is 3 is less than equals to 2? No, this condition is not true. 3 is not less than equals to 2. So it will come out from this loop and alphabet will be incremented. So alphabet, that is incremented to c. Okay, and printf new line will be executed. So the cursor will come here, right? Now again I value will be incremented with this. I value will be incremented to 3. Now again it will check to condition 3 is less than equals to 5. The condition is true. With this we got, that is the, after calculating, evaluating this, we got that this value will be your 5, right? So is 3 is less than 5? Yes. So everything again, this whole will continue like this, and it will be printed like C, 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 then D, D, D and D, and E, 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 E and E. So like this the output will be executed. Okay, so in this also alphabet also you can come with A, B, C, A, B, C, D, but that was little difficult. So in the latter videos, like in the coming videos, I will explain you that as well, how to do that one. But for now, as we are starting with the easy, so I had told you this program and this program. So based on this program, there can be 3 different programs to print this star, to print 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we need to print the J, or we can also have 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. So we need to print the I. The second one is that printing the alphabet. For every row we are having the same values. Okay, for every, like for this row we are having the same values in all column. For this row we are having the same values in all column. For this row we are having same values in all column. Like this, we can have it in uppercase and we can have it in a lowercase. So it will depend just on the ASCII value, where here just we need to minus that one. This will evaluate with the help of the ASCII value only. So that's all for today. If you like the video, please do like, share with your friends